right, and killing the music. Hated to do that because I like that new song. That was Dance of the Goddess by Titan Slayer. Picked that up off of Audio Jungle. Oops. Or no, I got her unmuted. Okay, had to double check that. Jen had herself muted, but I had her muted previously, so I still saw the icon. And I thought, oh no! Alrighty, so we are back for another game of the Changing Breeds. That down real fast. So yay! We were pretty successful with the funding that we did last month for Control-Alt-Delete. So we ended up getting up to, what was it, 150, 160 or something like that? Oh, wow. Of the $200 goal. So really close, really good for our first charity gig. And we got a lot of shares on social media, which was pretty awesome. Some new folks coming out of the woodwork after we posted to the Werewolf group, so always a fan of that. Really nice to see the gaming community coming around. There's more of a gaming community, I think, at least in the way of sharing, where some of the vampire games are concerned, as opposed to some of the other fantasy-based games or whatnot. Just it seems to be the thing. But that's okay.
There are a lot fewer werewolf games streaming.
There is that, yes.
That's part of it, I'm sure.
There's definitely that. But I mean, like World of Darkness games in general. Like, you know, there seems to be more kind of a... It's smaller, but it tends to be more of like a closer-knit community for the most part, anyways. But outside of that, I am done rambling. Todd, why don't you go ahead and take it away and let us know where we are all at.
All right. So, our last adventure... who we got here? Jen and Kugami were in flight, and so they were deep asleep in their flight, so much so that they weren't actually physically with us last time. So they were in flight on their long journey. So they shall be landing soon. Our Montana and Yen had met up with some characters at the bar, and they're very interesting guys. They knew a bit about just changing breeds in general, things that were going. They decided to go with them in the car. They met that night and decided to get in the car with the two men that they just met that night as well. So maybe not the best, maybe not the best course of action to do, but I mean, these ladies are very strong ladies and very confident that they can handle themselves. So something you might not do in the real world, but in a game like this, you can do stuff like that you normally wouldn't do. And then Jerome was in the middle of a cairn with William, who had gone full on Krynos in his bear form, 10 feet tall, and Jerome's character, Kanamaris, had sensed the worm coming, and we'd left off with him taking his axe in mid-swing and posing himself, waiting for the thing that was worm-tainted coming from the forest that was coming at them at this point. So that's where we left off. So I think I want to start tonight with Katamaris, because I want to start with a battle.
Okay.
So this cairn it's overgrown. So we talked about that last time. Mm-hmm. It's a clearing. The clearing itself is about 40 feet in circumference, and the full circumference. Oh, not so. I'm sorry. The diameter is 40 feet. So you've got quite a bit of room to move in here. There's a clearing. There is a totem in the center, but the brush and brambles have grown up in here. So this has not been used in quite a while. You can sense that the umbra is. I mean, you can almost feel the veil. It's so thin here that you can almost step sideways if you were to rage, just go without meaning to. It's just
okay.
That's how weak the umbra is right here. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and let's do witness and witness to see what we're gonna go from here. So Katamaris, and I will tell you where our bear is going as well.
Are we rolling for initiative?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So Dex plus Wits, that's a 7 plus my die roll. 12.
All right. So, William next to you he's full Krynos, and he looks like he's about to dive into the woods that's surrounding you, where the worm tainted thing is coming at you or coming from behind the woods.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's going to dive into that. Roll intelligence for me, and give me. I think I want to say occult.
Okay. I have a little bit of that.
Either occult or rituals, but whatever's going to be better for you on this.
It's going to be the exact same.
Okay.
Not a big dice pool, but I have something. What's the difficulty?
6.
Woohoo! I got 3.
Nice. Okay. You know it's a bad idea for him to leave the cairn. Like you're stronger here. So he looks like he's about to lunge past you into the wood line. Do you say something to him? Do you allow him to go drive past you?
I guess I quickly become William Wallace, and I'm just going to yell, "Hold! Hold!"
He was about to lunge, and he pauses. He's like, he looks at you like the whole. If it was an anime, you'd have a big WTF over his head right now, and he's just like, like what?
And the hash mark over his brow or something.
The little white circles go, whatever. It's like, so he's just like totally perplexed. He's stopped in mid lunge, and he's like what, you know? And then he says, he's like, what?
We're stronger here.
He backs up, and he's like pawing. He's just pawing the ground at this point. He's just he's all fours. Coming from the wood line, you see antlers burst out. And it looks like I guess a demon antelope is the best way I can describe this.
That's fair.
It's definitely an antelope. At one point, it was an antelope, and it looks like it has been possessed and mutated into becoming what it is today. There's parts of its mouth that are missing, almost zombie-like, but it's alive. I think parts of it have rotted off. His tongue is about like 3 feet long. That's like lopping out of the side. Instead of hooves, he has claws, and he has tentacles that are like waving from the back of him. And he's got his antlers, but instead of like the regular antlers like this, they're almost like clawed antlers going forward. So it's like dagger-like pointing forward. And he's charging out of the wood line coming at you. You guys are towards, again, it's 40 feet across. You're at the almost at the midpoint here. So he's 20 feet from you at this point, charging directly at you. And something else is moving behind him.
Something else is moving. So coming.
He's not alone.
Okay. Before I act, I want to see if I can spot whatever the hell is inbound behind it.
Give me your perception and alertness.
Okay. Not too shabby. Difficulty?
6.
Yeah, 3 successes.
Nice. More of the same. I mean, you see 2 more of them two more antelope kind of. So it's almost as if, like a pack of antelope had been taken over. So you
Interesting.
see,
Interesting.
so he's coming forward, and there's two more behind him. So they're coming at you. You have the highest for initiative, so he's coming at you. He will be able to bite. You'll be able to strike him before he strikes you.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So I am going to burn 4 rage.
Jeez.
For 4 additional actions. I am going to, with my axe over my shoulder, sprint and leap. Since he's already in a big form and on all fours, I'm going to run across him, letting him basically go head to head with zombie number 1, and then and then I am going to burn my first point of rage to quick shift. And I am going to then, as I'm flinging myself forward at the incoming one, I'm going to take essentially 2 wide arcs of a swing, kind of like what somebody would do with a if you're going for a home run with a baseball bat, just
okay. Right.
And then I'm gonna, and then hopefully, if I strike and maim the whatever is coming at me, I'll repeat again, but I'll wait just a hair second to see what exactly I strike.
All right. Well, let's try to hit him.
So I shift to a very massive form of a minotaur that's 12 feet in height. So after I spring off, that's when I shift and just let out with this guttural, almost like Godzilla roar, king of the monsters sort of thing as I come in with my slash attack. So let's see. Oh Jesus, that's right. Hold on a second. So that's 5.
So now
6, 7, 8. So 5, 8. Please let me hit this thing. I will positively murder it if I do. Son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Now my dice don't like me all that much. Okay, so the first swing, I got 1. Woohoo.
Okay.
And then second swing coming across. Much, much better. Okay, so I have 2 10s. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 successes?
7 successes on the second one.
So 1 on the first. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So 8 total. All right.
Well, that was to strike. So I have 1 to strike on the first one, on the first strike, and then 8 and what do you say, 7 on the second.
Oh no, you hit him. Yeah, we're good. I'm sorry. I thought we were doing damage. So you.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh, so we're rolling damage. That's a different dice pool. Okay, sorry.
Right.
Okay,
no,
so
you hit him. It's just he's.
All right.
You're between your size change, the way you're attacking him. He wasn't expecting that. He was expecting. He was expecting to barrel you down, and you've completely flipped it on him.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so crap. Hang on a second. I need more dice.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Wherever will you get more dice?
Yeah. Okay, so I have 10. I need 4 more. Okay, so 1, 2.
Oh my god.
3, 4.
Don't want to be the guy.
God, I haven't rolled this much in a long time.
I don't think anybody has.
Okay. Oh, gee. And this is with my axe, so it is all aggravated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on the first hit.
Oh, God. Okay.
Second hit. Come on. I still got one more attack, so I'm gonna wait to see if there's anything else. It's gonna catch my fury if it does. If not, then I guess I yell some more. Oh, dang it! There's one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more on the second one.
So 8 the first and 6 on the second?
Yes.
Okay. So you just did 14 health levels of damage.
Aggravated.
Aggravated damage, yes. So what you've done is you just took out a chunk from like almost a third of his neck is gone. His entire shoulder is gone. And is the leg? You can't tell how it's still attached, but it's somehow still attached. If you look closer, you can actually see like tendrils forming between the leg space inside there.
Mm.
And then the head is leaning, and then tendrils will grow, and then the head comes back again. You've done. I mean, there's a huge chunk of meat you just took out of him on that the first 2 strikes. So we're sort of looking at rage 1, move 1 was changed,
Right.
and then second attack and third. So we have one more action right now.
I have one action left. Yes.
Okay, so you did a lot of damage to it, but he's still coming.
Wow. Okay. Well then he's gonna suffer some more wrath. I've got an extra action for that. So that's a second. You say my dice pool was 5, and then okay, so 8. Okay, that's what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4.
More.
4 to strike.
Okay, so 4 to the hit, right?
Yeah, 4 to hit.
You got him.
Okay. Give me Yahtzee. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Whew.
So if my tally is correct, you've done a total of 20 damage, correct?
That sounds about right.
All right. You have completely removed the front leg. So where like the tendrils are pulling it back together again,
Mhm.
that whole portion is gone. You complete so the front left leg is gone. He has a tendril off his back that's coming down. That's supporting his weight at this point. You've cleaved off a quarter of his entire face, and you removed the whole left antler structure off the left side of his head. And he's pissed, and he's still coming.
Okay. Those are my actions.
All right. He is coming at you. Oh, I need you to roll your willpower, please. Difficulty is 7.
All right. Difficulty 6, 4 successes.
No, 7.
7, 3 successes.
All right, you're good. There's an anger that's building up inside you. Like it's like rage, but a meaner form of rage. Like it's
yeah, he's trying to get me to berserk. And I get it.
right. Yeah. So I mean, you've succeeded in overpowering that.
Yeah.
But you feel that like, and you've berserked in your lifetime. You have gone berserk in your lifetime, but this is almost like it's a meaner form of that even. Like
Okay.
you would just berserk. So it's just the taint that's upon it.
Right. Okay.
All right. From behind you, William jumps past you. Now that the axe has stopped swinging and everything, he jumps past you and jumps on the creature, stopping its charge. So like his full form jumps on him, and he snaps the head back. The head flips back, and as he's jumping on it, the head starts to come back again, and like the tendrils start to form again, and he just takes both paws and just clamps on his head. So the head just flattens at that point. The body is like the right arm is flailing around trying to attack. It's easy enough for you to step back not to do it. And then from behind him, the two other creatures come out of the forest at that point. William on his third action jumps past and jumps on the second creature on the right, and just slashes at his face, takes off the whole nose portion of the face, but the eyes are still there, and somehow there's like where there shouldn't be teeth inside the mouth, teeth start to form. And he rips off half the face, but now it's adjusting and making a teeth form of its mouth. So that's his fourth action at that point. So he's damaged on the first guy, and he's on that side. Second guy, with the newly formed mouth, bites into William's shoulder, and just see from your position behind him, you can see him clamping on like a shark or an alligator clamping on that shoulder there. Okay. And he doesn't let go. The guy on the left, he's coming straight at you, but he has to get over the body of the guy that's there. So what I want you to do is give me either Dex dodge or Dex athletics, whatever's going to be your better roll to get away from this thing.
The newer character sheets all have athletics, so that's all I purchased. So
okay,
Dex and athletics. Okay, so 5 and 3. One, 2, 3, 4. Get one away. 5. 5.
All right. You dodge him. He only got 3 on his attack, so you're able to dodge that attack coming in at you at that point.
Okay.
We're back to you. So you've got one face one guy dead on the ground. One guy is clamped onto William, but the third guy is coming at you, and behind him you see at least one more coming from the tree line.
Well, not much I can do about that there. I am going to bring my axe down, my axe clave, and attempt to bifurcate the jaw from the that's clamping down on William.
Okay. Give me a difficulty 8 on that, because you've got to get past his shoulder, and it's just a difficult called shot.
Sure. Here's for hoping. If not, I mean, I'll strike, unless I botch.
Let's not hope for the botch.
Yeah, botching would suck right now. There's a 1. Take that out. It's a difficulty 8, so I actually have 3 plus a 10. Give me one more above 8.
Nice.
3.
Yeah, you got it. You made the strike. Let's do some damage on this guy.
Yes! Give me my dice pool. And have I gained any rage back?
Yeah, on that one you gain a rage because you hit him
Cool.
on that part. So yeah,
All right, so I'll hold on to that. That puts me at 2 rage again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 1. Damn it. 6. Get to roll. 6.
6 damage.
6 damage.
Nice. All right. William is like his arm is there. But you can see him pause for a moment, stands up, and then he grabs into the guy. Like you cleave the face. So like I'm saying you did 6 damage, but like it's weird that way that he's even still alive because the way the face got cleaved on this. William grabs in, he grabs the head of the thing and pulls it forward. And while he's pulling it forward, he's using his other hand to slash at the back. He's trying to remove the head from the neck. All right. Between the two of you, you've completely removed the head. So it's
okay.
You've chopped off about a half of the face. He's removed the rest of the head from the neck. So now we've got number 2 is dead. Number 3 is coming. He's coming at you. Because the way your position, you're between. Actually, no. He is number 3 is going to go after William at this point. He hits him.
Ooh, I need to look that up. Probably too late now.
Oh, okay. William, so number 3 comes in. William had kind of overextended himself with that whole pull thing and ripping apart. So his back is exposed to this guy. So the third guy comes in and bites on the back of William's neck and just comes in cleanly on his back. And you can see it's grinding the way like a Gila monster would grind. He doesn't bite the way a snake would bite and then release. It's grinding, and you can see the teeth grinding on him.
Okay. Ouch.
And he has flat teeth of an herbivore, not carnivore teeth, not predator teeth.
Okay.
This one, he's just grinding away on William's neck, and William's hurt. The 4th guy comes in from behind, and so now that the 3rd guy's got his neck and he's clamping, the 4th guy comes in and attacks full front at William. So you're behind William. This guy's over here, and the 4th guy's coming in from the front. He gets him. Fourth guy's antlers. We had the antlers were dagger-like. The 4th guy comes in full force, straight into him. Piercing William's chest with the daggers in several spots. Some of them are not vital organ spots, but some of them it's obvious that he's pierced his lungs. And you can actually see from your position behind him, you can see an antler come through his body and stick out his back.
Okay.
So,
ouch.
William is in bad shape right now in front of you. So we're back to you then.
Okay. So without using an action, I am going to use manipulation and intimidation. Or no, strength and intimidation to taunt them, both of them towards me. I'm gonna attempt to draw the aggro.
Okay, go for it.
Basically, making it look like they're attacking the weaker of the two.
Right.
They're doing nothing. Come after me, sort of.
You're like standing standing back and everything. Bring it, and so. You're flexing on it.
Oh, what a time to get a great roll. Okay, 1 second. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Dang it. Okay, well, 6.
6 successes on the manipulation?
Yes.
All right.
Well, strength and intimidation.
All right. The one that's grinding that's coming, it's grinding on him. He's able to succeed. He's not even paying attention. All he's doing is focusing on just taking a chunk out of William.
Okay.
The one that just pierced him backs up and looks at you, and he's coming at you at this point.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Then it's on. So he charged. Then I'm going to charge. We're going to see who has the better horns.
Okay.
And I am. And am I up another point of rage?
Oh, you actually, but after that, the fact that you are intimidating him and you affect, because I'll give you 2 rage back, because the first guy you're pissed
right, cool.
that he didn't react, he ignored you.
Okay.
And so that I'll give you 2 back on that.
All right. So then, with that, as I see him coming, I'm going to burn 3 rage. My first action is to dominate him through superior might and gore the fuck out of this guy with my horns.
Okay.
So 5 and then brawl. There are some 10s, but there's a 1. Damn it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am hot to roll tonight. Okay, so 5, 6. Shoot. So I got 6 with that one.
All right. You guys are going head to head, and you just bash into each other at this point. So you are clearly going at him full force, and he's clearly going at you full force. So he's not dodging this, and he's coming at you. He hits you the same way that you've just hit him.
Okay.
So you've just slammed into each other.
So, you know what? I did not write that down. 1 second. I gotta look up, see how much my horn damage does.
Oh, gee.
There we go. Nope, that's a changing ways. Don't read that. Changing breeds.
I'm just glad it's Jerome in this first battle rather than me, because I realized I don't know how to fight in this game.
So you're learning the experience by watching him attack.
Here we go. Okay. Okay, damage. Okay, so that's good. All right, so I have. What do I have for strength again? So I've got. Okay, so it's 9. And then 2 should be 10, 11. Okay. Potentially. My horns do inflict aggravated damage, which is why I chose them.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's cocked. 6. Nice. Damn, I'm on fire tonight. 6 damage.
Nice. All right. You do 6 to him, and he does 6 back to you.
So he just went in and did simultaneous attack?
Yeah, you both have clashed into each other.
Okay.
So your horns have like ripped him up, and his horns are ripping you up at the same time.
Okay.
So he does 6 damage to you on that one.
Alrighty. Well, you understand we don't have any way to soak aggravated damage unless we have a specific gift, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts me at crippled. I'm spending obviously a willpower to stay up at this point, and and then of course with my other 2 actions, I'm just going ahead and using my axe.
Okay.
No. Okay. So.
The bodies, you were focused on the battle. The bodies are the first two that the head splat and the head removed and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They actually dissipated. They dropped to the ground, but they're just they like turned into like a black smoke and they dissipated.
Okay. I have 2 successes for my second strike.
Okay. So you hit.
Okay. And roll for damage. So that's... So just be minus that, so then 4 would be 9. 1, 2, 3... Ugh. There's 2 ones, so that makes 2. So 3 total on the second strike.
Okay.
And third strike. Final 1. 1, 2, 3.
So you have 3 on the second. How much on the first? I'm sorry.
The first one was I think it was 3 damage. This is 3 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, you hit.
Okay. So then 1. 2, 3, 4. Get to reroll 2 10s. 4, 5, 6. Still managed to get 6 damage. Bam!
Okay. So end of this turn, the -5 on the die pool kicks in at this point for cripple effect.
Oh, I was already doing it.
Oh, were you? Oh,
Yeah,
God,
I was already adding that in.
Okay.
The only thing saving me at this point is I'm in my Krynos form.
Right. So William, because you because you got the second guy off of him, he has managed to kill that guy that was grinding on his shoulder and his neck. So he was managed to kill him. You see him charge through the cloud of black smoke that it's dissipating into, and he's charging forward, and he's grabbing the thing and on a bear hug, and he's grabbing it and pulling him off of you and lifting him off of you.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he's trying to crush him and at the same time take his claws and pierce through So he's holding him from the back. So his whole stomach and chest area is exposed to you right now, the way he's peeled him off of you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your attack. It's a difficulty is 4 to hit him because he's
restrained.
He's restrained and he's holding him up just to expose his stomach and his entire lower region here.
Okay. Then I'm going to swing as if I'm pulling my strike, so that way I'm not I'm not trying to cut through him. I'm trying to cut past him, so that way I don't strike or try to avoid striking William.
Okay.
And there's some more ones. Damn it. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. You said 4. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Even with the ones I got.
Okay. I'm going to give you double damage on this because of the internal organs you're slicing at. Okay. So we've got 8 damage you just did to him. So to catch up, William he's holding him back. He's crushing him. and his claws are going into him. He's clearly doing a lot of damage the way he's holding and trying to part. When you come in and you basically almost cleave him in two.
Okay.
So it's a clear intestines and everything are just flowing out at this point. It goes limp, and you've managed to do the killing blow on this one, and it dissipates in William's hands at that point.
Okay.
William was holding him so tightly that when he dissipates, he actually falls forward towards you. So he's taking a lot of damage as well. Do you just let him fall to the ground?
He's going to have to. I'm going to lean against my axe.
All right. Yeah, you both are about the same place right now.
Position, heal thyself.
He's looking around. It's quiet. The forest is just dead quiet around you at this point. You smell the taint of the worm that is dissipated, almost like sulfur that is gone, that is just going away.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere that the blood has dripped, has burned like almost acid into the ground, but all the blood is gone as well. So every part of those creatures has dissipated. So it's just the two of you alone in this cairn, recovering in Krynos form at this point. William, he's looking around. Get your full rage back. Whatever you're missing for rage, get your full rage back at this point. And he's looking around, and he's and he looks to you, and he says, he's just safe.
I believe so.
And he's just and he starts to slowly change back into Hamid form. And he goes, I need a short time, and I can use Mother's touch on us both.
So I'm just out of due diligence. If he can do whatever the hell he wants, I'm just going to remain somewhere near the cairn stone, leaning against my axe at this point. I'm going to remain in my Krynos form.
Okay.
Just staying diligent, and in fact, just in case, and it may not even come up, but I'm going to take a moment to scrape my claws against something stone-like, so I can bring out razor claws, so that way I've actually got claws on me too, in addition to my horns and my axe.
Yeah. And if you drop your axe, you got it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm preparing for the worst.
All right. He's clearly healing himself. He gets to the point where he's now able to start moving around more.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes to you and he says, I will heal you so you may rest. So he it's like he's massaging the parts, but it's it's not like a typical a masseuse would give you a deep, but he's grabbing the parts that are injured on you, and almost as if he's trying to do like mold clay is what it feels like.
No, I get it. Yeah, I've been in this situation before, I'm sure.
So yeah, I'm sure. So he actually heals 3 levels of damage so you'll go up 3 levels of health. And he just says, I need to rest. Be on guard. I need to rest, and then I can heal us more.
That's fine.
So he's exhausted, and he just literally just curls up on the ground and passes out.
Okay.
The forest around you is quiet. There's no movement. Whatever that's natural in this wood, you guys have scared the hell out of it. It's taken off. So there's nothing nearby at this point.
I'm just gonna at this point. I'm gonna stay on guard. I mean, I'm pretty resilient, and I wasn't the one that healed everybody, so.
But cool. And
I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Guard duty kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So you're in a good spot. All right. Let's get to Rachel and Stacy over here. Jen and I'm gonna say the name wrong. Rachel, help me with your name.
Kagami.
Kagami. That's it. Like it's not consuming. It's Kagami. All right. So you guys have been your trip from Japan. I'm not sorry, no, from China. And you've landed in Los Angeles Airport at this point. You've kind of bonded quite a bit, just showing anime when you can, but we're just like talking about the fight sequences and all that. So, is there anything specific you guys would want to share with each other on the trip? Like Jen, this is your first true friend that you've made outside of your family. Like you've met students before, and you've met, but you've been kind of an outcast, a loner. So this is the first time somebody's really interested in you for you, So like, this is a different experience for you.
I'll probably just share to her that I'm a little nervous about this. I haven't known my identity for very long. I haven't traveled outside of China, so I'm just really nervous about everything, and I'm just that there's going to be a lot of things that are unfamiliar to me just because I haven't done a lot. And it's not like I'm sitting at home watching TV all the time. I spend all my extra time in the dojo, so I might not be aware of certain things that everybody just takes for granted.
You know what? That's okay. Just stick with me. I will show you everything. And you know what? We need to get you to go to a con, because once you've been there, you will know how to deal with other people around you.
Okay, that's a lot of people. From what you told me, it's going to be a little intimidating. I mean, I can handle myself. Don't get me wrong, but that might be a little overwhelming.
I'm not saying tomorrow. I mean, eventually we'll go. I'm just saying that, look, you're going to meet these new people. Like, we have a goal in mind, which is to bring, our civilization and our ways into this new place. And that's definitely a pretty heavy responsibility, but they picked us for a reason. And that is a good thing. So trust yourself a little bit more. Give yourself a little bit more credit. They wouldn't have picked you otherwise.
You're right.
Like, I just up and lied to my mom and said I was going to a con. So, I mean, this is an adventure for me too.
I think you might be gone a little bit longer than the time that a con would take.
Well, okay, to be fair, I like to stay a few weeks, and I told her I was going on a bit of a road trip, so this isn't uncommon. I check in with her, so she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Yeah. And I'm sure that my grandfather will be able to tell us more about what we should expect and how things work.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. This is so exciting. I mean, don't worry. You've got this. And I hear we're going to be meeting some really good people. So, you know what? I'm here if you need me.
I appreciate that. This cat and rope go together, right?
Yeah. Normally one eats the other, but hey, this is a turn.
Don't worry. I won't eat you. It's all good.
So you guys are kind of bonding and laughing and getting along really well at this point. Tokugawa comes back at one point, and he's just he's standing there, and he doesn't say anything. Remember, you guys can actually see him approaching as he watches. So when he walks back to you, he waits for you to stop talking before he says anything.
I'm going on, and then I just kind of trail off as I see him, get close, and I just kind of yeah.
He's like, it is good to see that the two of you are bonding. We will be landing soon. Basukos has said that we will meet the master of there's a dojo here. He has arranged for the master to meet us at the airport. So when we arrive, both of you, we have all packed lightly, so we may stay together and exit to find the master's representative when we land.
Okay, well, we'll, get our bags and stuff at the carousel and stuff, and then, yeah, lead the way.
So I will go back to my seat at this point. So he bows and he looks at you, Jen, and he just says to you in Chinese, and he's just, Zanshi, are you okay?
I'm okay. I just almost messed up your name again too. Kagami has made me feel better about going to this new place.
This is good.
Kagami kind of sits back. I heard my name. They're talking about me.
Yeah, so that's it. I was just going to tell you that. They're talking Chinese as Kagami, like, oh, that's my name. So yeah, so you hear them talking, and so like he bows and then he walks back to the front, back to the front of the plane where he was at. So, do you say anything to Jen about her just mentioning your name? Oh, she's checking.
Sorry, roommate's checking in on me.
No, you're. So, do you say anything to Jen about talking about you at all, or you just let it go?
No, I just let it go. Frankly, if there was an issue, I'm pretty sure I'd heard about it by now. I feel like she's been honest with me so far, so I feel like we've got that bond.
All right, so you guys, rest of the trip is fine. You land, you get out of the plane. Your Basukos and Kagami, they're waiting for you outside. So all of you, they lead you towards the carousels. When you get out of the carousel area, there is a guy there. He's holding up a sign, and it's in Chinese. And it just has it has Tokugama's name on there. Jen, you noticed it around the same time that Tokugama notices it. Do you point, like, do you say there's your name, or?
I'll look to see if he saw it first, and if I see that he noticed it, then I'll assume we're okay. Otherwise, I'll, not point. I don't want to, but kind of like nod towards it. You see that?
Right.
Kagami's just continuing to walk oblivious to what you guys are nodding towards each other and doing. So
so you see it and you don't think he sees it, and so like you start doing the nod thing. He looks at you like he just kind of shakes his head back and forth, like, of course I've seen it, and so he makes a hand signal to the guy, and the guy walks over to them, and they start talking in Chinese. And he's like, he points over, and again, so you'll hear him say, this is my family. This is Kagami. She is the crow. And we are ready to travel whenever you are. So this is all in Chinese, but again, you hear your name, Kagami, mentioned again.
She perks up visibly, like, something good again.
They're talking about me again. So, when you guys are walking towards the van, Tokugama turns around and just says to you, "We are going to the master's dojo. He will meet us there. They are having others meet us there at the dojo, and from there we are supposed to travel. So it will be we're going to it should be a short trip from the airport. So you can continue to talk and get to know one another. We will not be in this city very long, so definitely look out the window to observe your surroundings here."
All right, I'm going to ask, because since he said that she's the crow, I'm going to ask and confirm so we can speak freely.
Yes, yes, you may speak freely. He is, this man that is meeting us is kin. He says the Chinese word for it, but I can't remember. I mean, Jerome, can you remember that what the Eastern word for kinfolk is? I can't remember.
Oh no, I don't. Not a fan.
That's what I can't remember either. But that's what he says. The Eastern word for kinfolk. So he is fully aware. So you guys are driving along. It's Los Angeles. You're driving through the Los Angeles airport. You get to there's distinct cultural changes of where you're going through, and you actually get to Los Angeles Chinatown. Los Angeles Chinatown streets are smaller here, more compact. A heck of a lot more Asian people in the streets here. It gets to a point where the man just says that we need to walk on foot for here. This area of town is not built for vehicles. And he says that in English to everybody. So you guys all have to get your own bags at this point.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm used to it.
But you know, all he carries is a backpack that he slings over one shoulder, but it's not your traditional backpack. It's not like a 2-shoulder backpack. It's one. It's more natural. Tokugama didn't pack anything. All he has is a small bag that he's carrying.
I know I don't have a lot because I was told to pack light. I'm going to be very watchful. New place, new dangers. So, I'm going to get my stuff and be ready to go. I'm going to be checking out my surroundings as I'm gathering my things to make sure that I'm aware of what's going on around me as we start to move.
Okay.
And Tommy goes and gets her stuff too, but as she sees the small backpack, she mumbles to herself as she's pulling her stuff out. Wish all of us could have a bag of holding.
Rachel, would your character have been in Los Angeles Chinatown before?
100%.
Okay, so you've been in this area and down this road. You're familiar with this. You've shopped down here, and so Tokugama starts to explain some things about, but he's talking about like culturally, like 100 years ago, like how things were established here. And you've heard some of that, but you really didn't care about it. So every now and then I would think that you might point out to Jen that's a great store over there to buy XYZ. You might point out, like, he's talking about culturally how everything is here, but you're going to point out if you need this, that's the store to go to. You know what I mean? So you'll.
Yeah, I understand. So she'll point out a few things, like if you want this type, this is the best food around, this is the place you go to. And this bookstore carries almost every selection that I've never heard of. But listen to him too. What he's saying is important. Just saying, these stores are better.
At one point he turns to you when you're talking about food, and he says, What is it that you say? Why you would say that this establishment is better food than another establishment? Why do you prefer this establishment?
Well, service has a lot to do with it. They're really good, but I feel like they actually put the work into the food. Some places are super fast. You can tell they cut corners and stuff, but this place, it's the quality of not only the craftsmanship that gets put into it, but also what people enjoy in the experience.
This is my family's restaurant.
Well, then, point proven.
So I appreciate that your honesty, that they are culturally sensitive to everything that goes around. do the Americans eat here as well, or is this mainly homelanders that will eat here?
I mean, you get the tourist ones, but usually you find the ones that are actually more interested in the food than just hitting 100 places all at once in the same day. The people that come here are actually legitimately interested in the culture and the food, and it's an experience, and that's what they enjoy.
Jen, his conversation with you've never heard him talk about this kind of thing before. This is like he's always been the educator and always been the teacher. And now that he's talking to her and he's asking her questions, it's like, what the hell is going on here? This is a little new for you. You've never had.
I've just been around this area because conventions, and then you get to travel outside of the conventions, and that's why I come here.
So Jen, you've never seen somebody young like this ever speak to him this way, and he's respecting her. He's not just placating her. He's legitimately asking her a question. So it's a conversation that's very different for you. And at one point he just says, "You must excuse me. Wait here. Basukos and I will step forward. We need to perform a rite." So they step forward. There's people all around him, and he says he's going to perform a rite. But he steps forward with Basukos. They go up to an alleyway and they turn left. So you guys are left alone at this point.
We can't see where they went, other than it was the alleyway.
No, you can't see. They went about.
Can't see down.
No, they went far enough away. They said wait here. So he's like maybe a quarter of a block up, turn left, and down an alleyway. So
if I'm told wait here by him, I'm waiting here. I'm gonna be looking around, but I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, she's gonna wait there too, but she's gonna be talking about now her favorite dishes at the restaurant that you need to try in order.
Did we the person that picked us up, did we get their name?
No, he never gave his name.
I thought his name was Ken, or is that who we're meeting?
Oh, he's Ken, as in, because I asked if we could speak freely.
Oh, Ken. I heard Ken.
You know what? Honestly, Rachel, I want you to roll. Just roll intelligence. And what the heck would be a good roll for that? Because that's actually funny.
The TV junkie skill. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
There isn't one.
Sorry, my dice are outside. I've got to pull up a dice roller on my phone.
That's fine. Okay, intelligence and investigation. And he's standing with the two of you. He's just standing there with the two of you.
Okay. I got 3.
3? Right. You actually thought that for a moment, and then when she explains that to you, you're like, okay, that's dumb. Yeah, of course its name's not Ken. Okay. He's standing with you two, and he says, I will return. I think I need to take place with them and help them. So he walks away as well, goes around the corner. So now you guys you're all alone here in the street.
I'm super uncertain right now because
And again, there's people everywhere.
Yeah, I trust obviously that obviously they're doing what they need to be doing, and there's a reason that I was told to stand here. But so I don't want to stray from that because I don't know this place. I don't know if there's something that might be dangerous here. So I'm continuing to be alert, be watchful, looking at the people, seeing what people are like here, how they're talking, if I catch snippets of conversations as people are walking by, kind of learning a little bit about the place. So it's like I might chit chat with Kagami, but primarily I'm going to be focused on
what's happening
things out, but without leaving my spot.
Okay, this is the China part of Chinatown. So Kagami would know this part where you're at now, just past the restaurant. Tourists don't come here. Tourists aren't welcome here. The people that are walking past you, they're quietly talking, but you're going to hear conversations about like grades at school, what's going on at the temple. Just it's very just home conversations that you're hearing. Like it's nothing about like anything else. This is the people that were walking by you now live in this neighborhood, live nearby here at this point. So Rachel Kagami has been here before, but you don't as Japanese, you would probably not feel as welcome in here by yourself or other people. So you might have like said, oh, okay, I think I've strayed too far outside of Chinatown. So you haven't, where this is at this point, but you haven't gone any further than this. Does that make sense?
Kagami is she's going to see that she's like kind of being that meerkat sort of look around.
Okay.
She's going to step next to her so that she's touching her shoulder to shoulder as like a comfort thing. And she's going to hook her arm around hers and just kind of look with her.
Okay.
Around.
So to the outside observer, it's very clear that you are with her, that you and Jen are, that you're together. You're not like two separate people just kind of hanging out. You're obviously together here on the street. When you do that, the people now walking by are a little more comfortable around you. It's because it's clear that you're there. Okay. After about 15 minutes, the driver comes back out and he motions to you to come towards him at that point. You guys go to him?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Okay, so you're approaching him. When you come to that alleyway that looked like an alleyway, it's not deep. The alleyway that they went down, it probably only goes about 7 feet back, and then it just stops at a wall abruptly. That's just there. And there's no doors. There's just a pile of stuff against the wall. There's a fence there, but everything is piled up to the fence. And it's not clear at all where Basukos and Tagama have gone. They're just not there anymore.
I'm gonna ask. Where are they?
They have gone through the back entrance. And there's no entrance.
Okay. Do you want to show us where the back entrance is so we can go too?
We must wait for them to come out. The master has said for us to go through the back because they are in the front of the dojo. They are having lessons right now.
Wait, so they went in through the back, but they need to come out where we can get in?
Yes, they will exit soon, but it needs to be cleared within for safety. They need to make sure that it's clear for us to enter.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, if that's what you say.
I'm going to take this opportunity to go ahead and ask him what his name is.
I am Lim Don.
Lim, Lim?
Yeah.
Don.
Yes, Dan. Lim Don. I have worked for the master for many years. I worked with our family. I have many menial duties, but I work for our family. As you're talking, the stacks of stuff that's there, what appears to be recycled stuff and everything like that, they move out so that the fence behind it, it's just like a secret door. Like it opens up with it, so the packages and everything are stuck to it. So when it opens out, it lifts up a little bit and then it comes out. So it's not scraping on the ground. So it just comes up and it comes out. And Tokugama's standing there. He's like, enter quickly.
She'll pull her with the arm hooked and say, let's go.
So the two of you go in with him. The door, and then Lim Don just says, he's like,
I'm sorry.
what was that? We're good. Lim Don says, I will secure the entrance from this side. So you guys go in, and the door closes behind you, and Lim Don stays on that side of the door. Tokugawa says, the master, he is very very excited to meet you ladies, but he wants to have a tea ceremony. There are others coming, so we must cleanse ourselves and prepare ourselves. When the others arrive, we will sit together at the table. So follow me. There are rooms presented for us.
Sorry, that was
Going
weird.
to follow.
What'd you miss out on, Rachel?
I heard tea ceremony, and then after that, everybody froze.
Okay, so he's just saying that there's rooms for you to prepare in. There's going to be a tea ceremony, and others are joining you. So
Okay,
that you just
got it.
need to go to a room and get ready while the tea ceremony is happening. As you're walking back, Tokugawa turns to you and Kagami and just says, "You were not prepared for the last tea ceremony. Did you bring appropriate dress for this tea ceremony?"
Yes, because I learned my lesson.
Then excellent. Jen, Zanshi, this is a high tea ceremony. You must prepare. We will, when the other guests arrive, we will all sit together at that point.
Okay.
So he brings you back. You guys are going the hallway you're walking down is unfinished. It's the opposite side of drywall and the wood and everything like that. So you're like walking between walls at this point. So like you're walking down just a passageway it's not supposed to be a passageway, basically. It was built so it's between walls you're walking through. You can see electrical wiring in here, light shining through. On your left side, you can actually hear Jen, you're very familiar. It is the sounds of a dojo. I mean, people are like, you know, you hear they're going through katas and everything. Rachel, for you, Kagami, it might sound like there's people fighting on the other side. Like maybe there's a combat going on the other side. You're not really sure, but you notice that Jen's very confident. Like they're not fearful walking down this hallway. But there are definitely people on that left side that are there's like combat and everything like that you can hear.
I mean, she just kind of is reminded of her anime shows that she watches, of the whole sounds of people just fighting and practicing and stuff. So she's like, oh, I recognize that sound. Okay.
I'm going to probably actually be really comfortable now. Like, okay, I get this. You know, this is, I mean, tea ceremony, dojo sounds, you know, this sounds like home.
Yeah. You walk down the hallway, you get to a point, and you'll notice that there are what appear to be like what could be a door, but there's no handles or anything like that. So as you're walking down the hallway, there are spots where this could be an entrance into a room, this could be an entrance into the room, but he just keeps going down. There's a couple turns that you guys do. He eventually gets to a point where he just pushes on a section of the wall and it opens up and you're in a room. He says to Kagami, this is your room. We will come to you from the main door on the other side when it is time for you to join the tea ceremony.
Okay. She nods and like, okay, sounds good. I'll be ready.
You ladies will have separate rooms. It is more appropriate.
Are they close though?
Yes, your room will be next door.
Awesome.
So he points, and then Kagami, before you walk in your room, you see him take just like about 20 feet. He steps and points to the wall, pushes on it, and he says, "This is Zanshi's room right here."
Okay, cool. That's convenient.
Just get in your room and you close the wall portion of it. It's paneling, and you would not notice at all that this swings out. And you don't see anywhere like a handle, any way to open it. You don't see how you would open it. I mean, if you want to take time with perception and investigation and check it out, you can. But just looking at it, you're like, how the hell? How do you open this thing?
I mean, she's not gonna worry about it right now, but eventually she will when she gets bored after she's done waiting.
All right. Jen, do you do anything with you when you get in your room, or do you just kind of ignore it too?
Well, he mentioned a main door. So can I see where another door is?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. There's no bathroom in this room. This is like, it's not a hotel room. It's a living quarter. So you have a bed in here. There's a little mat on the ground. There's you see by the slippers by the front door. So you both know you need to get and change shoes out and put your outside shoes over there. Put your slippers on. And there's a bed. So it's just very Spartan inside here. But I mean, it's definitely not a bathroom like a hotel bathroom like that. So
I do want to take a look at the door just because I want to make sure that somebody can't just burst in if I can't open from that side, but he just pushed on it from the outside. Is there some way to lock this, or I want to make sure. I mean, it's part of within the dojo, so I figure I'm safe, but I just don't want anybody bursting in on me.
It does lock. The door does lock.
Okay.
So you can open the door. When you open it up and look outside, it's a hallway out there. There's other rooms here. So you can shut the door and lock it.
Right, but what about where we just came in?
Where you came in, you can't open that. It doesn't open. There's no lock. It doesn't even appear to be a door.
Okay.
Kagami's just
Probably
gonna get
do
ready.
a minor look around, but if I can't notice anything, then I'm probably going to give up pretty quickly.
Yeah, you've never seen anything. It just looks like wood paneling. It doesn't look like anything there. I mean,
I have to go AFK for a couple minutes. I'm very sorry, but Kagami's just getting ready. Okay.
This is the perfect time. Okay, so you guys are getting ready. So now we go back to what we got here? Montana and Yeva. Okay. So Montana and Yeva, when we last left you guys off, you had just gotten in the car with, that's the wrong page.
Like a few strange men.
Yeah, with Francis and Luciano. You had just got in the car with the two of them. Johnny was left behind at the club, just to monitor. You overheard them talk about Mickey, but just to keep an eye on the place is what they're telling them. You guys are so when you walk up to the car pulls up because it's a valet. I think I remember you guys saying that you guys were going to get in the back seat. You weren't going to sit one in the front, one in the back. It was you're both going to sit in the back seat. Okay, so you both get in the back seat. Francis is driving and Luciano sits in the passenger seat in the front. It's a nice car, but it's a Lincoln. It's like from the early 90s. So it's not like a Rolls Royce or like $100,000 car, but it's a very well kept Lincoln from the 90s. It's a stretch car, that kind of thing. So you guys get in the back seat. Francis opens the doors for everybody. Luciano sits down. He goes around the other side and he sits down in the driver's seat. But before he does, you can see him shaking hands with the valet and slipping the valet something. And then he gets inside the car.
Well, at least they're generous fellows.
Yeah, at the very least.
Luciano turns around and just says, "So you ladies are very interesting. We will take our trip to our bolt hole, so we may talk in private. There are no listening devices within this vehicle. You may feel free to speak with us or to speak with each other. But I need to make a few phone calls while in transit. So if you ladies don't mind, you are again welcome to exit if you like. You're not. One of you had mentioned something about joking manner of kidnapping. I overheard that. Oh, it's not a kidnapping. No need to worry about any of that. I want you to feel comfortable. So feel comfortable in the back seat back there. Is there anything that we do need? Do we need to stop somewhere to retrieve something for you ladies, or are you okay for the journey?
No, I'm quite all right. But do you happen to have any bottles back here? Any, like maybe a cooler, perhaps a mini bar? I mean, this seems to be a well-kept vehicle.
No, we could stop and pick something up for you. The only thing I have is Francis, and Francis pulls out a flask and holds it up, and he's like, "I've got some hooch."
I'm just gonna go, I guess, and then I'm gonna take a swig and like hand it back to him.
Okay, so it's whiskey. It is your well whiskey. It's not good, but
She'll make a face, but she'll do her best to keep composure.
All right. So he's like, "Yeah, I got. If you want more, I got it. If you want, yeah, I can stop if you want to stop somewhere."
No, that's more than sufficient. Thank you, though.
All right. So he puts it away and he starts driving. Luciano, he's driving. Luciano's on the phone and he's talking, and it's either of you speak Italian? All right, but you've heard Italian enough. You know he's speaking Italian on the phone. So Francis is very focused on the drive. Luciano's on the phone. Y'all are free to talk to each other.
I'm just gonna go ahead and like turn with my body with my knees towards her. And so how'd you end up in this situation?
I'm a journalist. I like to know things.
You like to know things. What do you journal? Do you like work for a specific paper, or are you a blogger?
Most of my work ends up being anonymous for my safety and my paper's safety. I do have a specific publication, but sometimes whatever pays the bills.
Mm-hmm.
But my main focus is actually environmental issues, you could say.
Oh, a do-gooder?
More crimes against Gaia.
Okay. Fair enough.
And are you a local? I mean, hardly anyone in this town is local, but have you long?
Local to the state. Not usually too many foyers into Hollywood, but everybody's got to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. LA's a pretty good place to start.
Yeah,
a lot of
and
things.
everybody needs some good skin. So I do that, and also kind of just what pays the bills. I also like to keep my own secrets, so don't feel ashamed for that.
Can you guys both roll perception and alertness? Difficulty is 7.
Four.
Okay.
You said difficulty 7?
Yes.
I have 2.
Okay. All right. So you both notice Francis is driving, and he's very attentive and very alert on the road, but he's very focused on your conversation as well. Like as you're talking, he's listening. He is a good observer. So that's one of his jobs, is to pay attention to everything going on around him. So he's driving, but he's definitely listening to your conversation. Yeah.
I want to look up into the rear view mirror so that I can catch his eye and like just give him a little wink.
Okay. He doesn't wink back, but he acknowledges, like he kind of gives you a nod. Yeva, you hear in the conversation again, Luciano's all Italian, but in the conversation, at one point you hear him say, you hear him say Bastet, and then you hear him say what sounds like Charlotte. So that's the only thing that you hear. That they stand out. Everything that's going on, but you do hear Bastet, and at one point you hear something that sounds like Charlotte.
Well, maybe he's speaking to someone named Charlotte.
All right.
I just file it away like I do everything else.
You guys are continuing to drive. You're getting on the freeway now. So you were driving through like main streets, but you're getting on a main freeway. And they said it was close, but you're getting on a big freeway.
Well, LA's crisscrossed by freeways.
Maybe this is a detour. Traffic here is horrible anyway.
That is true. That is a constant.
You're driving along, you're going, you're taking the freeway, you're going further north. You're going more like, it's a different area that neither one of you have been to before. This, like you've been around, but like maybe Yeva, because of stories, you've been in this area, but you've never like, there's been no need to drive past this area on the freeway. Like this freeway is a main freeway, but it's like, it's just a little different, the route that he's taking at this point. At one point he gets off the freeway and he goes, and you're obviously making a U-turn because he's getting off the freeway. He's going a couple miles east, then north, then west, then south, and you're back on the freeway, the same freeway you were just on, and now you're going south on the freeway. And you guys both noticed this big circle U-turn thing that he just did, driving through side streets, but getting back on the freeway again.
I'm gonna kind of look back behind us and see if there are any cars that stand out. Maybe like we're trying to lose a tail.
Roll. Miss Journalist has done crazy things like this. Do perception and alertness. Actually, no, perception and investigation. Give me a difficulty 6.
Five.
All right. There is a Tesla that you saw at the club. That's a few cars back.
All right, I'm just gonna file it away.
Okay. So Missy, you notice the circle that you guys have done as well. Do you say or do anything, or?
I'm just gonna like trying to read the car to see who's exactly concerned. But I'm just gonna speak up. I thought this place was kind of close. Is everything okay?
Francis is like, we got a tail.
Oh, then please, by all means, continue to lose this tail.
So you ladies, where are we on the fighting business? Are we you have firearms?
I think I
Do you know how to shoot a gun?
yes, I can shoot a gun.
I mean, I'm not the best, but I can definitely shoot a gun.
I don't usually carry one, but I can shoot one. I have a knife, but usually I don't even need that.
Yeah, I'm not carrying a gun, sorry. If you want to hand me one, then, you know,
Oh, just kidding. I can't shoot
for
one.
you.
I forgot.
You can't shoot a gun?
No.
So are we going to back that up, or are you just BSing your way through it?
I mean, like, how hard is it to shoot a gun, right?
There you go. Okay.
Theoretically, I could totally shoot a gun.
Francis, he just says, the center console behind you folds down.
I'm gonna pop that open.
So it's, in some cars you've got like, it just kind of like, it's almost like on a couch. You fold it down and you can put your arm as an armrest kind of there. All right. So that's what's there. So you fold it down and that's all it's just, you fold it down and it's an armrest.
Okay, so I'm gonna search around and see, where is this? You said there's a gun?
It's in the center console.
I want to take a look.
So it's material. I mean, it's usually you fold it down, you can put your arm on it.
Do you have is there a zipper, or do you have a knife? I don't have a knife.
It's Velcro, honey. Just peel it back.
Okay. I mean, I don't do this.
I'm gonna pull out my knife.
So
he's like, no. Don't cut it open. Just peel it back.
I'll put my knife away.
So
I guess I'll know for next time.
So you peel it back?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and peel it back and try and find the firearm.
Yeah, well, there is no trying to find it. You peel it back, and it's inside there. There's like, it's foam material, so it's cut so it sits inside there. It is how many dots of firearms do you guys have?
I have 0 dots.
I have 1.
They are 2 big guns. You would recognize they don't have a revolver on them. They have a clip that goes in them, and they're both big.
I'm gonna like get one ready and then like load it, and then I'm gonna not toss it, but I'm gonna gently hand it over to Yeva. There's so many different names. I don't know why I can't remember yours. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hand one to Yeva, and then I'm gonna get the next one ready for myself.
Okay. They are. It's got a clip on there. It's you pull it out. It's fully loaded. And then you just, so you're like, it's quick. It's like you pop it out. It's good. Pop it back in. You hand it over to Yeva. This is the exact same thing with the other one. You pop it out, pop it back in. So they're both ready to go.
Okay. As I'm doing that though, this is not something I would normally do or normally handle. So I'm doing it very like sterilely and like maybe not with that much grace.
All right, so Francis is driving the car and he's looking at you, and his eyebrows are up a little bit at this point. He's like, "Yeah, Montana, are you sure you're good with the gun back there?
Am I good with a gun, or can I shoot a gun? You should be more specific when asking questions, maybe."
Okay, so let me just say, be a little more careful. Okay, so you just took the safety off on the gun you're holding right there. If you could flip that thing back to safety, please. I had a partner lose a head, and I'd rather not have the boss lose his head. That would be a bad thing, hitting a bump with a safety off.
That's a lot to clean up.
Yeah, that was a lot of cleanup. Yeah, Billy, with the head just boof. That's that's all it was. So, yeah. So safety on, please, ladies. I didn't see yours back there. Yeva, is yours safety on?
I'm gonna kind of like look it over. Like
you can't tell.
I think maybe I would know where it was.
I can hopefully see her confusion, and I'm gonna look over and like do it for her.
You're like right here.
It's right here.
Flip.
I've never been in a gangster movie before.
Yeah, this is a first for me. I'm usually kind of on the other end of things.
We don't
on
like
the other end of a gun?
No, meaning before things happen with the shoot. I just like money.
So you're driving. He's like, so he looks at Luciano and he says, "Are we ready?" Luciano flips the phone. He had a flip phone, by the way. He flips the phone closed, puts it in his pocket. He's like, "Do it." And so he is like, he's in the fast lane at this point, and he just cuts across 6 lanes of traffic, just going across 6 lanes of traffic. People behind him, like people like honking horns. There's an accident that happens. The Tesla is trying, and actually he gets off the freeway. Tesla's able to follow you guys off the freeway. He floors it to catch up to you guys. He's like, "Yeah, that's a dumb bastard." You're like driving like it's just you're definitely in a gangster movie now. It's just you go off the on ramp. He's flying around. He goes, "Yeah, boss, right side." And he's like, "Right side." So he's driving and he turns sideways on the freeway. And so like the car now is sliding left. So the right side is now facing the Tesla at this point. Your window goes down, Missy. And the boss's window goes down as well. And he's out. He's just he's shooting his gun. What do you do?
I'm gonna follow suit, and I'm gonna start the shootings.
You're like, shit, bang bang. All right, give me Dex firearm. Difficulty is 7. Just to make sure you don't hit anybody in the car.
Don't give me any suggestions, huh? Don't give my dice any suggestions. Two.
Nice. All right. So you managed to you're shooting out the window. You're sliding sideways. They're coming straight at you, but you're shooting at the window. So like, where are you shooting? Like, are you shooting at his front windshield? Are you shooting at tires? Or are you shooting at, you're just shooting?
No, I'm definitely aiming for the most, like, the easiest place for me to hit and do the most damage, which would probably be the windshield. And okay. I'm aiming for the driver.
All right. Okay. So give me one more roll. Difficulty is 8 because you're doing a selected target to see if you actually hit the driver.
I have 1.
1 success?
1 success.
All right. You hit the windshield and it doesn't break. It like you should have blown this guy's head off. It hits the windshield and it doesn't break. It just like you're like, you know, taking your shots and it just sits off. Luciano's like, he's cursing in Italian. He's like, "Abafangu! And she's just yelling in Italian. He's like, "The bitches, they've got bulletproof glass in the car."
Where do we run? Wait, do you have anything stronger than this gun?
Francis is like, he's like, take two. And so he was like, so the car is going this way. You guys are sliding this way. And he speeds up and he goes, so now they're going opposite direction. So you're driving the wrong way on the off ramp at this point. And you're driving past. So like, windows are up and everything. Luciano, he's still shooting at the car. He's shooting at the window, shooting wherever he can. You continue to shoot?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm shooting as much as I can because I can't really do anything else at this point.
All right. Again, give just difficulty 7 because we're shooting through a moving car at this point.
2 successes.
Okay, so you're hitting it. When you hit the body of the car, the bullets are going into the door, but when you hit the glass, it bounces off the glass. Yeva, you don't have a clear shot. What are you doing?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay, you're like, I don't want to blow anybody up here. Okay, so Tesla's going this way. You guys are going this way. Bang, bang, bang. The Tesla does the same move that you guys just did. Does that curve sideways move, but what Francis, when he's speeding at this point, he gets back on the freeway, the way you guys just were, and he parks the car and he says, "Everybody out."
All right. I guess I'll get out and keep the car between me and the other car.
Okay.
Same.
So Luciano jumps out of the car as well, and he's like, "Ladies, with me." And so he's like going behind the car. So he's running behind the car.
Okay.
Francis takes the car and he's revving it. Tesla's still coming at him. He takes the car and he leans down. So you don't see it, like he's actually leaning down inside the car for a moment, and then he sits up and jumps out of the car. And the car is like flooring it at this point, straight at the Tesla.
Yes.
Yep, he put something on the gas pedal, and so the Lincoln is just going top speed straight at the Tesla at this point. And Luciano just stands up and he's like, just brushes off his jacket, and he's like, "Let's go this way." So he's walking back towards the mess of all the people that, like, the accident that happened on the freeway. He's just walking towards that mess at this point, and he's back on his phone. Francis is like, "You girls okay?"
Yeah. I'm just dandy, and I'm gonna, while like he's asking that, I'm gonna like take the gun and just like put it in my handbag.
Okay. You're still holding your gun there, Yeva?
Yeah.
Luciano put this gun inside of his jacket. Francis put his gun inside of his jacket. And while this is all going on, that the two cars are still speeding at each other, and they impact head on. And when they hit straight on each other, it's like in a movie, you would think like, oh, boom, explosion kind of thing, but it's not a movie. It slams into each other. The Lincoln, when it hits, it like rolls and it goes sideways and it flips off the side of the off ramp. The Tesla, when it hits it, the Tesla goes veers to the right and smacks into the restraining wall and just kind of like skids to a stop, going off to your right at this point. Luciano and Francis are like just walking along like there's a couple ducks walking by. They're not even paying attention. They're just kind of straightening himself up and everything. And Francis, like, Luciano's looking around and Francis is looking around. Tesla just comes to a complete stop, heads into the crash pile of cars, and just smacks into the pile of cars that are there. Luciano's like, so let's walk this way so we get a ride.
Can't wait to see your next trick.
He says to Francis, he's like, check it out. See who we just killed. Francis got the boss. So he goes back to the Tesla at this point, and the three of you are walking towards the accident. People crying, screaming. But it's not like it's a pileup of cars. It's not like cars exploded and everything. It just caught people off guard. So Francis jogs over to the Tesla, and you can hear him like in the background. You can like, hey, buddy, are you okay? Are you okay, buddy? What happened, man? Hey, buddy, are you okay? And so he's saying that. Both of you will perception and alertness.
One success.
Also 1 success.
All right. You both hear a gunshot and you see him reaching into the car. So, Mr. Hey, buddy, are you okay? Is making sure the guy's not okay. So it's like, you guys are walking along. Luciano like walks up to a car that's parked and people are looking around trying to figure out. And he's just talking to some guy and he's like, did you see what happened? And like he's just, wow, I'm just flabbergasted. Did you see it? And so you ladies are like, he's pulling it off. Like he's talking to the driver of the car, like, wow, I can't believe what happened. You guys are just, do you join the conversation or what do you say?
Yeah, that's just unbelievable. I've seen a lot of accidents in this town, but never anything like this.
Dang drunk drivers.
I know.
The guy in the car is like, where's your car? Francis points at the pile of the car. He's like, oh man, we got lucky. Our car's right over there. I had to get out. I had to get away from it. I just left it. He's like, okay, man. So then he's talking to him and everything. He goes, oh, hold on. And he takes his phone. He's talking on the phone. He's talking in Italian again. So you ladies are now with this guy. So he's like, which car was yours? You guys, if your car got all banged up, how are you guys not hurt at all? Are you okay?
I mean, I am so shaken right now. I don't even think I can talk about it.
So the guy looks like an office worker that probably got off the late shift at this point. So he was maybe some IT guy. You can use your sex appeal to try to chat with him, make him more believable, whatever you want to do, or just to get into, or because he's still like, what the hell are you talking about? So
yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and flirt with him and be the damsel in distress. And you would not believe some of just the sounds and the smells and the tires. And just it's terrible. I'm so afraid and I'm so shaken up. I just need to be taken care of.
Yeah, but as a journalist, you've had to bluff your way into situations and do certain things and like pretend to be different people. You're watching her. She's a master at what she's doing at this point. You're like, okay.
Very impressed.
So like with the two of you teaming up on something like this would be scary. So so you're like taking note. I'm gonna file that one away too. So
yeah.
Luciano walks back up to you point and he goes, we're going to have a ride come in. We have an officer friend that's going to give us a ride out.
Oh, good. I didn't want to be any later for my appointment than this is a mess.
An officer friend? That is wonderful. I feel so thankful that there's going to be a big, strong person here to take control and make sense of this whole situation.
The guy at the car is like, if you want to sit down in my car, you ladies can have a seat in my car while you're waiting for the cops to get here if you want.
Oh, wouldn't you mind? That would be amazing.
Oh no, yes, please go have a seat. And Luciano's like, Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Francis comes walking up and he's looking at like, okay, now what's going on? And he's like, he goes up and he starts talking in Luciano's ear. Luciano's shaking his head. He's like, all right, sounds good. Okay, so, sir, what I'm gonna need right now from you is to just take care of the ladies. I'm gonna talk to my friend over here. So Francis and Luciano walk over a bit. And so he's like, I got some bottled water. You always want some bottled water or anything?
That would be amazing.
I am so parched. My mouth is incredibly dry. I would love some water.
Oh, I've got that. So he has a lunchbox there. He's opening up this little zipper lunchbox and he opens it up. He's got there's like 2 or 3 bottled water left inside there. They're not cold, but they're not hot. So he hands you both bottled water at that point. Luciano and Francis come back and they're like, all right, so you see, okay, we're making friends. That's good. We're making friends. Sir, it was so good to see you. And thanks for taking care of the ladies here. It looks like the authorities are arriving and our friend shall be here soon. So, Francis, can you take care of him? And ladies, if you could come with me. So Francis walks up. He's shaking the guy's hand. He's slipping something in his hand. And the guy's like, well, what's this for? He's like, it's okay. We weren't here. And the guy's like, but are you guys going to be okay? And he's like, we're going to be okay. Take it. It's okay. So there's a police officer who pulls up. And when the cop car pulls up, Francis nods to him. He nods back to him. And then he walks over and he's like, here's our ride. So Luciano's like, but you 3 can sit in the back.
Okay.
All right.
You guys get in the police officer's car and he leaves. He just slowly drives away. Another cop starts walking up. The cop waves at him and the other cop waves back to him like, what the hell's going on? And then he drives back off. He goes off the off ramp that you guys just had the accident and everything. The cop just kind of like goes past the cars and just takes you guys away at that point. What is that noise? Is that me or is that somebody else?
I don't know. You're breaking up a little bit, Todd, but I can still mostly understand you.
Sounds like a fan.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, we're just past 9:30 now, anyways.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I wanted to wrap it up right here. So because we're in a good place, because I've got the ladies where I want them. I got you guys, so we're good. You guys, ladies, are back on the road driving at this point. So we need experience. So it's Jerome's birthday, and when's your birthday, Jerome?
16th.
The 16th. Brittany, when was yours?
19th.
The 19th, and mine is the 24th. So we have 3 birthdays this month at this point. So
actually, we have been in the past games that we've had so far this month. I've given XP out for everybody's birthday.
Yep.
So for each birthday. Nice. So
Yep.
yeah, you October, baby.
So 3d4 and 3d6. So let's do one of our birthday babies back there for it. Jerome, Brittany, who would like to roll?
I'll let Brittany do it. I just put my dice away, so.
All right.
What do I roll?
So 1d4 and 3d6.
Can I get out my D4? Oh, I don't have a 6 out either. Okay, hold on.
You're really going to complain? It's XP.
I get to finally use dice.
Yay!
My normal dice. Here's a 6. Where's the 4? Here's a 4. Okay, 3d6 and 1d4.
Correct.
Oh, it's 3d6. It's 1d4 plus 1, and then 3d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did in Vampire.
So your minimum score is going to be an 8.
Okay, I got 3 and 6 and 6 and 3.
Ooh.
And then is that including? Is that plus the one, or is that
Plus
including?
4.
So you have 4, 7, 7, 4. Is that right?
So, okay, so I rolled a 3, a 6, a 6, and a 3.
Okay, so we're looking at 4, 7, 7, 4. 14, 18, 22 totals. Is my math right?
I think 22
3, 6, 6, 3 plus what? 4?
plus 4.
Yeah.
So 22.
Go. That is correct. All right.
That's awesome.
That brings us up to
Jen,
20.
you need to teach her or Chinese.
That brings us up to 29 XP so far after last month.
Yeah, 9-7 XP is 7.
Where do we
I need to work on
Hells
your-
yeah!
You guys
Jen Kagami, you are her new best friend.
Let me mute. Is that? It's not me.
Yeah, I tried muting myself. It's not me.
I have push to talk, so it hasn't been me.
All right. Well, it looks like Stacy's frozen. It might be Stacy. No, she's not frozen. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're ending right now anyway. Okay.
Yep. So.
So, you guys have fun tonight?
Oh, and did we want to do a book giveaway for RP Vote?
Be right back.
Awesome.
Yeah, for those of you who weren't, this will actually only be Stacy then. One of the things we're doing is we're as a player base, we're voting for somebody we thought had some good scenes or did some good role play or something, and Todd and I are giving away excess role playing books that we have to whoever wins it. So Todd ended up getting.
But what if you win, Jerome?
Oh, well, if I win, that yeah, I'll disqualify myself. Let you guys get it. Because knowing my luck, I'll probably already have it. So it's like, meh.
So then just give it to somebody else, or anything that you win. Maybe do it as like a holiday giveaway. If you win something, then maybe just keep it in a pile and then give it all away at the end.
Yeah, I could probably do that. I am sitting on Jay's stash though, so you know of books. Yeah, and it's about 2/3 my height when you stack it all on end on end. It's big. It's a lot of books. It's a small child of books. So I think Todd went off to go find a book or two or something, because he was gonna give away the XS2.
Oh, that's cool.
I will say although they're not extras, I'm willing to give them away. I happen to now have a Korax book and a Nuisha book.
Of course.
I've got the PDFs, so I mean I'm not too worried about it. But it was nice because they're in pretty good condition.
I mean, I'm old school. I like books, so.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
And
Looks
Jen,
like that
Tommy,
tonight.
your new best friend. Just saying.
To the east.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Then I have
Pretty.
Litany of the Tribes.
Oh, those are both fun books.
So Litany of the Tribes has Red Challenge, Shadow Lord, the Silent Strider. How do we want to do this giveaway?
I just did it player vote. You know, who they like scenes with, or who they thought had some role play or whatnot. So
You can do that. All right. So what we're looking at is how best role play. So your vote for who you thought the best role play was, and we're going to see whoever gets the most votes.
Yep.
You good with that? Okay. So on my screen, I'm going to start with Stacy in the corner. Who would you vote for best role play?
I don't know. Okay. I always enjoy the Montana character. She's always got great ideas.
Oh.
Kagami. But yeah, it seems like she pulls a lot of stuff out that's super creative. So.
Oh.
Okay. So we'll go to Missy then. Who do you vote for?
Oh, my turn?
No, Missy.
Oh,
My turn. I think I'm gonna vote for Jerome. for all the axe wielding today.
Brittany, who do you go for?
I vote for Rachel.
Rachel?
I think
Yay!
she's
Fight
good
like
at
a girl.
talking her character.
That was fun. Jerome, who do you go for?
I'll go with Rachel. Meerkatting and whatnot. She's like, oh, hey, I heard my
I
name.
did that a lot tonight. Name, where?
All right. And so, Rachel, who do you vote for?
I mean, I have to say I like Jerome's character. He's just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna turn into a freaking centaur and just beat ass. So
Minotaur.
yeah, I like that. Minotaur, excuse me, Minotaur. So Jerome is my vote.
Oh, well, thank you.
So that's a tie then between Jerome and Rachel.
Well, since Jerome
I don't know.
disqualified himself, does that make it Rachel?
Yeah, you can disqualify me. I've got both of those books, so yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. So, Rachel, which book do you want? The Shapeshifter of the East or the Shadow Lord?
I don't know which one's better or which one's
Honestly,
helpful.
with you playing a Korax from Japan, this is probably the one you want to go for.
Okay, I'll go for that. And in exchange, I will bring some of my eyeshadow palettes for you for Vampire.
Oh, hey.
Yay!
So when we get together for makeup night, then we can both exchange at that point.
Totally.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, this background noise is driving me crazy here. So.
Sorry.
All right.
No, it's okay. All right, well, then I guess we'll call it there. I'll go ahead and end the stream. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll have the video uploaded soon to YouTube. And our next game coming up is this Wednesday, which is Firefly. So watch for our outlaws and see if they're able to dig themselves out of the hole that they're in, because they have to rely on drunken Hickok to help them out at this point. So.
God.
I know.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad, Todd. It's bad.
Oh my! I need to watch the video.
I mean, we're not dead, but it's bad.
Okay.
All righty. Well, thanks, guys. I had a lot of fun, and we'll go ahead and call it there. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
And